Hi, welcome to the part of the program where we're going to speak about coding and use the iRobot education website. So, coding is the practice of creating instructions for computers, and in this case, you will have your robots, so those robots will be following your instructions that you code. This website uses block coding, so it's a really easy way to learn to code, and it's really popular because your code doesn't stop to work even if you forget small details written in that code. So even if you forgot a bracket or a semicolon, your overall code and the written language will still work. So we are going to start here with a new project. So to do that, you just click on this plus sign and it will take you to a different page that shows your robot over here, and you have the different levels you can code at. So to begin with, the first thing you should do is name your project. So I'm just going to name this test one, and you can connect your robot right here by clicking this, and you can pair through Bluetooth to your specific robot you're looking for. So whatever number that is that you're trying to link to. You'll notice here that we have three different levels of coding. The first is really the graphical picture level. It's very simple, and everything is in images. The second level is what iRobot refer to as their hybrid language. So some of this is still graphical, but it has a little bit more detail and more text. So, for example, if you wanted to code and you wanted to move something a certain number of centimeters, you can decide how many centimeters that is. The third level is then the iRobot Python language, which still you'll notice is within block coding. So that means that, like I said, with those details, you can't mess up there, but it just makes it easy to still code rather than typing out the individual text. So if we go back, you'll also notice there are some additional buttons to download your project. And once you get started, you'll also see a button to upload a project. So you will be able to save and get a code each time um, that will allow you to go back to your project that you were working on without having to log into anything. This website also has tons of games and challenges so that you can test your coding. And you can come back to this whenever you like. Even if you don't have a robot, you can still come to this website and practice to code. Okay, so next we're going to look at what these different buttons do. So I'm going to start off here in level one, and we have the blue buttons here, which are the event buttons. So if, for example, you code to say when your front sensors are bumped into, then you can code for something. You might want to use those sensors on the top, and you might also want to get it to recognize maybe lines or drawings you have underneath it. You also then have these commands that can make your robot move and turn it left or right. It can also play music, so you can code it to play certain notes. And then we have a few additional ones that you might use too, which are the light bulbs, so you can get it to change color and flash with lights, and you can get it to draw on your whiteboards. So some of these you will come across in our different tasks that we have. Level two, you then see how that hybrid language starts to change into more detail. So you might want to say when the program starts, move 16 centimeters, but actually I want it to move 8 centimeters. So I'm just going to double click on that 16 and I'm going to change that to 8. I can then click on this icon right over here to open the simulator, and when I click play, you will see that the robot does what I ask it to do. So one box is 16 centimeters, so it's moved half box with 8 centimeters. You can also down here change the speed of your robot. So you can see I can make it faster there. And you can zoom in and zoom out. So if I want to see my entire grid, then I might want to zoom out.